Welcome back, ladies, gents, viewers from around the world. Been a while, but we're back on a special day in the middle of May 2026, that is, folks. Just in case you're wondering, Unite the Kingdom. Which kingdom? United Kingdom, of course, of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Here in Parliament Square, because today is going to be an enormous march. A lot of proud patriots, a lot of former servicemen, a lot of people from around the world gathered in central London for what will be probably one of, if not the biggest marches, peaceful marches, rallies that central London has seen in a long time, folks. Now, I'm walking away from there because that's the end point, not the start point. But more importantly, that was... Sorry, some idiot trying to drape the flag purposely, because there are always one or two that don't like when you're filming. It's like, well, hold on a second. If you want, people to take notice of what's happening today, let people film it. Yeah, so walking away from that end, as that end was... oh, hold on. What's this? That ends the finishing point. Now, curiously, we've got an Iranian group which are marching for Nakba, which is the Palestinian Day, anniversary of what happened back in, I think, 1948. Now, I'm surprised actually, because supposedly there were supposed to be two different groups marching in two different places. Now, I'm 90% certain, at risk of sounding like a complete idiot, that that is actually the Iranian flag. Please tell me I'm right. Otherwise, I'm going to feel very silly. Anyway, they've got Union flags. They have their own proud flag, assuming that I was right about it being the Iranian flag. I know it's not the Palestinian flag. Anyway, so walking away from Parliament Square toward where the protest is going to start arriving. I would say in Parliament Square now there are, I'm not exaggerating, you can see for yourselves, probably 5,000 I would think in total. Awful lot of flags, Israeli, United Kingdom, St George's Cross, Irish flags, etc, etc. And there's quite a lot of Polish flags as well, which I tend to notice a lot more than before, simply because obviously I think some of you will know we've spent quite a bit of time in Poland in the past couple of months. Why? Because it's probably the best country in Europe right now, to be honest. Now, this queue in the middle, I'm trying to talk over the music. That's going to be the biggest problem today, the music. This queue in the middle is for people who want to use these hastily assembled portaloos. Yes, portaloos. Whilst I'm walking toward where the protest is going to be arriving from, a couple of quick points. A lot of you will be wondering when there will be a resumption of normal service of Horse Guards. I'm hoping, folks, it will be this coming week. There was a false start back at Easter, and then I thought, you know what, there's no point in sort of promising when one can't deliver. So I'm hoping it'll be at some point this coming week, okay? It will be this month, I can promise you that, but I'm hoping it will be this week, this month, if that makes sense. To those of you that doubted the channel would resume, I can understand why. And no hard feelings. To those of you that kept the faith, thank you. You know me well. Now, the reason today is going to be kind of an epic one is that, and this is just a small contingent, a record number of police, not only within London but around the UK, have been drafted in for this. In total, 4,000 officers. This protest, as I mentioned, also the Palestinian protest, but more importantly, it's also FA Cup Day at Wembley later on today. So an absolute massive number of police will be out and about. Apparently there are going to be a lot of dog units, a lot of drones, even armoured personnel carriers, unless the media are being overly sensationalist. I mean, one never knows. Oh, I'm getting the red looking at me, didn't look happy at all. I can understand why, but I mean, come on, they're filmed a million times a day, as are all of us. They've also deployed live facial recognition here in central London today. So everyone, officers, myself, every single person here is going to be filmed, scanned, analysed, possibly stored well, I mean, not possibly, almost certainly stored or cross-referenced with certain databases. So nobody can really feel that upset, resentful, angry about being filmed. I mean, I do get it. At the end of the day, nobody, I don't think, really wants to be filmed at work. But then again, if you're in a public-facing role, it's kind of inevitable. Oh, hold on a second. We've got... What's this? Yeah, it is the Iranian flag. I'm sure it is. Is that not the late Shah? One second. In a carriage with Her late Majesty, I seem to believe. Why did we Iranians, come to this protest with the invitation of Tommy Robinson? Because I can't read it, something. I think actually what they're saying is they have in common that they're also nationalists. I think that's what the point is on the board. Quick question, I can't quite read her writing. Is it because you guys are also Iranian nationalists, much as Tommy Robinson is a British nationalist? Same principles, really, fighting for your people, your country, statehood. Yeah, I get it.
Our country is the proof for the UK.
Yep.
That the people have to wake up. We don't have a problem with the Muslim. We don't have a problem with any religion. We are not racist. We have a problem with Islam ideology.
And with being bombed by Americans with no justification.
Exactly.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Believe me, I get it. You can look at me like that, my friend, but it's fundamentally true.
No.
I thought you were going to argue with me then, but we all know really that American hegemony is...
How did you say that? You're going to argue with me immediately. What the kind of?
Because
you are interviewing. What kind of interview is that? You are going to. Argue
no, I'm speaking with the young lady, but it was the way that you looked at me.
No.
I suddenly thought to myself, "Hold on, I'm in trouble here."
No, how do you say that? That's wrong.
Well, I mean, it is a perspective, and you might disagree with it, but at the end of the day, we are all, each and individual one of us, entitled to our opinions.
Yeah, that's exactly true. I think that's what this is all about.
It is what it's all about, and I'm just saying that there are reasons the US are in Iran, but at the end of the day, it's not the business of a third-party country to be interfering in the internal politics of another country.
Quite true.
If they just tried to invade the UK and displace our elected representatives or whatever, we'd have a problem, wouldn't we? Let's be honest. I'm not pro-Iranian any more than I'm pro-anything.
Exactly.
I'm impartial.
No, it's
I'm glad we agree.
There's nothing.
Being impartial it's different being an Iranian, because Iranians are suffering over the last 47 years.
Yeah.
I'm not denying that. Everybody I think in the UK is very, very sympathetic to what's going on in Iran. Massively sympathetic.
Being sympathetic is something, but being supportive and doing some action against Islamic public.
You're right, but I must point out that it's not for me to be supportive, it's for me to be impartial. There's a big difference.
But to be honest, it's like we are here for UK, not Iran right now. That's why you have to learn from the history. What's happened in Iran 50 years ago, it's going to be happen in UK. That's why you need to understand us in order to wake up,
Yeah, I understand that all of you want your country back. I completely sympathise with that. And if I were, diaspora community living abroad, I would massively look forward to be able to go home at some point.
Some people don't wake up until they get hungry.
Yeah.
They are not hungry and they are like, they don't care. In the name of democracy, they let Islam, especially radical Islam, to do the propaganda around the UK. And this is not right.
Agreed.
I tell everyone, if I write a book similar to the Quran, even this country doesn't let me publish it. Because it's full of violence. But in the name of democracy, because they don't understand what is inside the Quran, they let people to advertise and rule the country.
Also, good thing to see today. A lot of
today.
you Persians marching, a lot of Israelis as well. No issues at all. Everybody's happy. Everybody's getting on. Doesn't matter what colour you are, what religion you are. Ultimately, everybody's in favour of peace.
But especially today, we are for the UK, not for Iran.
Yeah, I get it, and I wish you the best of luck.
I'm living here.
I know. I can tell from your. Hey, good luck today, yeah, and be safe. Okay. Lovely young lady. The gent was a little bit. Yeah, he wanted to have an argument with me. Following my statement about Americans getting involved in the Middle East again. I mean, it is what it is, folks. We'll understand there's a much bigger picture that needs to be looked at, and it's far more complicated than I can attempt to delve into on this channel. But nice of her to speak and nice of her to explain. And wow, do I feel less stupid now for accurately identifying the flag of Iran. So let's see. Guys, any idea what time they're supposed to arrive down here? Have you seen?
Not a clue, mate. 1
No?
o'clock, I think.
Like whenever they get here.
Whenever they get
I think
here.
they're kind of being brought along real slowly, you know, with a bit of a kettle around them probably.
Oh,
Yeah, usual.
last year was chocolate this time, weren't it? So
That ends mad already. Yeah, stay safe, yeah? Okay. Got quite a lot of people, not sure why, camped outside Downing Street. And this is, what's this? No, it's also United the Kingdom. I'm not sure why they've got like a little sort of private enclosure in this bit. I don't want to just randomly go over and talk to somebody's kid, even though he looks like he wanted to talk to the camera, because I probably wouldn't want somebody to do that to my kids. Okay, we've got Jesus Saves. Each and every one of us, hopefully, folks. Also, we've got that issue again with the music behind me. I think that's going to be a bit of a theme here in central London today, this problem with the music. As long as I'm talking and as long as hopefully we only get snippets of it as opposed to lengthy sections, we should be fine, but one never knows. And that's the biggest problem actually with covering any kind of march, protest, even London Marathon. It's been problematic. Now this is the first time I've been out filming in more than 6 months, my dears. Which is, when I think about it, it's kind of mad how fast the time went by, in all honesty. Another reason I wanted to walk this way, obviously, it's the first time I've been to our beloved Horse Guards, folks, in all of those many months. I can't remember the last time, it was last end of summer, early autumn 2025, can you imagine? Where did the time go, people, is what I start to wonder to myself. Wow, look at this lady's lovely skirt, United Kingdom skirt. That's amazing. That really is impressive. Did you make it yourself? You had some help. No, it's terrible. No, you can't. We can't. Looks amazing. Yeah, have a good day, yeah? Wow. Love the pride that some people put into being the best version of themselves on the day when they're out supporting something they believe in. A lot of respect for that. And again, it doesn't matter what you're supporting or why you're supporting it. If you believe it fervently, you have the right to be left alone to protest, march, whatever you want to call it. Here it is, folks. Yeah, the thing that a lot of you thought you'd never see on the channel again. What's new? I mean, I wonder if did they repaint the boxes since we were last here. A lot of police here actually at this little spot. So I wonder if they're perhaps going to close up this front area of Horse Guards, just in case they feel that anyone might try and, I don't know, get through the front somehow. Now those lines, I'm convinced, have been repainted in the last 6 months. Surely they must have been. Oh, we're about to get actually barricaded in. Look at this. There's not much of an escape route. It's just myself, a photographer guy, behind me. Some locked gates, front and rear. Even the museum, in fact, today, ladies and gents. Even the museum. I like the fact they're starting to lock this, even though I might get stuck in here, because it says to me that they are expecting the march to pass pretty soon. There's still a small gap actually which I can escape out of because they have actually joined all of it except for at the level crossing. Now I've got a lot of PA speakers, a lot of big systems pumping out music, and later they'll be obviously accommodating people's speeches, etc., and possibly readings from different sources. Now that's problematic for the reasons I mentioned before. The video not being allowed if I've got somebody else's copyright music in it. Awful lot of Persians who have probably left the Nakba March, which is coming from Kensington to Waterloo Place, but that probably reached Waterloo Place about 30 minutes to an hour ago. which I think is why an awful lot of them were able to then leave and come along this way. So there's Horse Guards again, a closed Horse Guards, but not for long, people. It will be reopened soon, and we will be there soon when it's back to normal and the gates are open and the horses and troopers are in the sentry boxes. Now, the thing is, even doing some research myself over the last 24 hours about where this was starting, where it was ending, but perhaps most importantly, what time. A lot of conflicting information, in fact. And I think that might be part of the reason it's a bit scattered. There were a lot of pictures in the media this morning and video showing that an enormous number of people had gathered very early on Kingsway, which is kind of Covent Garden, Holborn area. And we're walking generally in that direction now. That's the starting point to march around Strand, along past Trafalgar Square, turning left here onto Whitehall, before obviously ending up at the other end of Whitehall where we just started, which is Parliament Square. Now, as ever, folks, it is important to include at least a horse in the video. And hey, as usual, one does not fail to disappoint. Gosh, the one on the left is absolutely gigantic. I wonder if you've seen this beauty before. I will ask when this gent's out of the way in a second. The name of this horse, Flippy. Oh, that is a gigantic police horse. Whoa. That's actually a really good image, in fact. Gent with the flag, George's crossing the other side. Let me ask. Officer, can I ask the name of your horse? Which one? Urbane. Urbane. Wow. Seen Yonkers before. Is this a relatively new horse, this one, or? Okay. Yep. So it's kind of like Brabazon's replacement. Yes, quite a few new ones. Oh, is it really? Oh, that was all over the media, wasn't it? Wow, how big was it? 17 hands? It's a big horse, isn't it? Massive. Wow. Thank you very much. Lovely. Wow, I'm getting quite good with my horsey guessing, horse size guess, horse sizing guesses. There, we got the words out in the end. Yeah, I was thinking that horse looks Brabazon-esque. Hasn't got the bulk, but then to be honest, no other horse we've seen realistic, other than perhaps Monty, has that Brabazonian bulk. So 2 police horses. They've got the riot kit. I don't honestly think they're going to be needing it. I really don't. But better for the sake of the horses, that is, not for any other reason, that they're prepared. Oh, hold on, look. Wait, we've got 2 more. Another 2. Oh my God, I've just stood into a massive pile of horse. That'll teach me. Damn it. Great Scotland Yard Hotel, by the way, this is, folks, on the left. I'm not going to go super close this time because they're talking with their colleagues and it's a bit intrusive for me just to march over. But yeah, 2 more beautiful police horses. Interesting, actually, that they've closed off all of the small side streets as well. I think they're very keen to, I was going to say contain, but that isn't really the right word, to funnel most people through the designated route. Now, speaking of most people and designated routes, here we are. Now, again, I've got no idea how many have left Kingsway to walk toward Parliament Square, but we'll get an idea as we keep walking against the protest. That I've found is the better option. That avoids me getting stuck in a massive crowd of people. Oh, he was shouting. I thought actually this guy was actually against it, but no, he's pro.
You know we'll be all over the TV.
Tens of thousands of very proud patriots, folks, marching for what they believe. What do they believe? They believe that the United Kingdom is an independent sovereign nation. As such, we should determine how many people are allowed to live here and the criteria under which they're allowed to apply to live here. In other words, a normal immigration policy, which sadly we don't have. Oh, hold on, we've got the pink ladies we've seen before. Oh my goodness me. Yeah, massive number of PA systems and radios and music and so on. Yet again, However, what we're hearing behind us, Land of Hope and Glory, is, I believe, not copyright. Hold on a second, I thought I saw that very famous and controversial American YouTuber that we met at the last of these, but no, it's somebody that looks very much like him. Because these massive events do sadly often tend to be filmed and publicised for reasons that aren't strictly applicable. In other words, they try to paint people that are marching as, being some sort of right-wing fanatics, which is absolutely nonsense. These are proud British people, and as we've seen, people from around the world also join. This is not in any way at all a right-wing march as the media like to portray it. It's a march of patriotic people who are proud of their country. Big difference. And it's a pity that left marches are never called commie marches, just like these marches are always deemed by the media to be right-wing. It's a nonsense. I think actually I might have sort of underestimated just how many people. Oh my good lord, what on earth, what the flip? Okay, there are thousands, folks. Bloody hell, the security ring around some of the more well-known people, shall we say, is substantial, and understandably, to be honest. Let me try and get out of this corner before I get stuck here.
It's Mandy stayed up here.
Whoa. Okay, thank goodness that we got it at exactly the right moment without getting stuck at the front. Because being able to walk backwards with all of the street traffic and so on along Whitehall, we've done it before, but you know what? I'm getting older, people, not younger. The thing is, I'm not going to go around past the railings in case they've closed some of the crossings. I'm just keen to get across from where we are now, which is give or take roughly Trafalgar Square, meeting Northumberland Avenue on the right.
That's a bit.
Oh. I mean, what can we say about that, other than the fact that he'll be gone soon enough, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, Land of Hope and Glory again. Let's see, what have we got coming along?
Jesus will sit. I am an evangelical Christian, and my church is Westminster.
I wonder if that group that we just saw with the very well-known public speakers is a sort of a forward group that's being taken to the stage to prepare for the speeches. I can't believe for a second that was the main group. We're now on Strand, about to pass Charing Cross railway station, which is over on the right hand side. And I will, in a moment, if I don't see another group, ask the police officers. Because I'm seeing an awful lot less police here, but at the same time I'm hearing a lot of noise. Oh, actually, also there's a police helicopter above us, so 100%. They're filming, I would almost guarantee, the main body. I can see no reason for the helicopter to be in that position, were it not actually filming the main body. The problem again, look, an extremely loud PA system over there on the right. Which at the moment is blasting out music. If I go much closer, not only you're going to be able to hear what I'm saying, but it'll basically kill the video. Damn, it's not my luck, is it, with this? However, I think what I'll do is head back and follow the body of the march past Horse Guards back toward Parliament Square, which is where I started. Because ultimately, any other groups that are behind me are going to end up there anyway. Plus, I've noticed a couple of sort of regular faces, TV channel regular faces, walking in this direction as well. To be honest though, it's a 50-50. If I go that way, there's a loudspeaker system pumping out music, or I head back to where we started and there's a system pumping out music, we've got the same problem, ultimately. some very smart entrepreneurs out and about. So look at this, Union flags, flags of St George for sale. Very smart. Now, for whatever reason, they've actually sealed Trafalgar Square completely. No one's allowed in. Look at this. Other than when it's been undergoing substantial maintenance, I've never seen it completely closed down and shuttered like this. Oh, great, we've got somebody else playing Bob Marley here. It's going to be one of those days, folks. Yeah, it's definitely going to be one of those days. And there's not very much, in all honesty, that I can do about this issue of loud music, other than hope and pray that the video makes it through YouTube's filters, as opposed to just getting pulled. Now, at the moment, I'm able to look along Whitehall towards Elizabeth Tower, Big Ben, and at the moment, it is a sea of flags. I think an awful lot of people have arrived from some of the other side streets. Yeah, Bob Marley is going to be a bit of a problem there, 100%. And I don't think, given how loud it is, even that is going, or me speaking, is even going to end up saving us. But fingers crossed. We've got police from as far as Wales, Headloo. Here, look. Again, they've closed this area completely, and the main reason they've done that is to keep the two separate, that is the pro-Palestinian and the United Kingdom marches apart, because the Palestinian protest finished at Waterloo Place, which is just beyond this cordon that we're looking at now. They've completely closed this down. Look, not only with the barriering and bodies physically, but they've also got model police vans in a line, and then beyond that they've got a couple of flatbed trucks, and no one is getting around there. In fact, it looks to me like the only possible way to get through might well be by cutting through onto the Mall. I'm not going to do that because Horse Guards is closed and sealed, so there's no way to get us back other than walking all the way along past St James's Park to Parliament Square, which is pointless because it will be very quiet there today because of the fact that everybody's at this side and there's a cordon separating the two groups. Now, I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that during the slight gaps in the music being bled out, we might be safe to kind of get back on Whitehall, but I think it's going to be pretty much inevitable that's going to resume, etc., at various points in this video. I can hope it doesn't, but ultimately I've got no control over external sound sources, obviously. Worst way, if it does get picked up, I have to mute those sections, but I'll make a note of it in the video description anyway, that there might be a couple of muted sections. Here we go, look. See? It wouldn't be so bad if you could actually hear anything, but the PA system's terrible. Flipping hell. Oh, somebody's got an injury on my left. Lady's hurt her eye. Let's hope not too seriously. Okay, so back in the direction of Horse Guards, as most of the people that will be speaking and other groups that were heading towards Parliament Square would have arrived in different directions. I'm convinced the main group is still way behind me. That in some respects is the problem with these protests. The organisation isn't always the best, so people are not sure exactly where to form up when everything starts. But yeah, same issue here, another massive PA system, look. And then it cuts off. Curious, no? I'm not sure whether they're testing it or whether it's just inherently not a particularly reliable system. No idea, in all honesty. Very, very, very curious. However, we Brits do like a good sing-along, so let's hope they can get it up and running properly before everybody's formed up at Parliament Square. So in a moment we're going to go back past Horse Guards, Deja Vu, because this whole entire area that I'm walking on now, Whitehall, will be filled by the time everybody arrives. Yikes. Yep, exactly that, folks, yikes. So if I can get to Parliament Square before it gets completely solid, I might be able to have a bit of a wander through the crowds, and they are very, very large crowds. Now the media was saying conservatively 50,000 they would expect today. I mean, without knowing how many come in the main body, possible to know. But the best bit about being out in the centre on a day like today isn't even because it's a lot of proud Brits. It's because it feels like way too long since the last time I was doing this. Yeah, I'll cover reasons behind that, etc., folks, when we resume our Horse Guards. Nothing controversial, nothing bad. Just a whole sort of different bunch of things all at once, all of which are now resolved. I mean, from what we've seen so far, it looks incredibly peaceful. I don't think they're going to be needing the riot police, or indeed the riot kit-clad horses. They completely closed this now and barried it off, so nobody's even allowed behind that. So we got there remarkably at the final moment before they sealed the frontage of Horse Guards. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be that officer. Look at that. On his own, having to deal with that big space, but I don't really think anybody's going to be trying to leap over the barriers, in all honesty. I really don't. Oh, a lot of people are taking pictures of this doggy. How cute is that? Amazing. Thing is, with a lot of should we say more recent contemporary music, I'm not really au fait with it, so I've got no clue whether or not it's problematic, but I'm guessing it probably is, so there we are. I'm going to try not... Oh, look at that, then it cut off. I'm going to say I'll try not to speak too much while we're walking past this, because it'll probably kill my voice. Looking at the images in the mainstream press, actually, of how many people have formed up on Kingsway this morning, they emphasised how many police they would need to kettle the march. It wouldn't surprise me at all if they're very much slow walking them from Kingsway to Parliament Square. Which, to be honest, if it is the case, is incredibly annoying, but it is what it is. Because the other thing is, there are so many iconic spots, even on the route we've just walked, plus a hell of a lot more beyond that. Not only does it go past Strand and Covent Garden before Trafalgar Square, you can see why a lot of people are choosing to stop or lightly assemble in this area opposite Downing Street. For different reasons, there's a lot of opposition to the current government, which I don't need to elaborate on this video, but there's a very good chance that the current leader will be gone by this time next week, which makes no difference because there'll just be another cut-out replacement. If we've got extremely loud PA systems up here in Parliament Square, I think the very best option is going to be for me to wander around, getting as much footage as I can, but without really trying to speak, because the PA systems are ridiculously loud. Oh, no idea. We will not submit. Not submit to what? What's it for? Not submit to. Yeah, I get that. Just like that. Okay, young Scottish lady. Who's wanting a change of government. Now, some of you will be thinking, wow, that music is really loud in his video, folks. You've got no idea just how loud it is when they're standing, I don't know what, 30 feet away from the speakers. Oh my, I can barely hear my own voice at this point. I wonder if they hire out these TVs. Imagine having one of those at home. Watch The Godfather, Sky Fly it's called. Now the thing is, when I was asking the police when I first arrived before switching on the camera what time they thought things would begin here, they said we've got no idea, sometime before 5 o'clock. Wow, so imagine all of these thousands of police stationed around London, probably don't even know what time they're going to be finishing today. Yikes. Certainly a great day for the pubs on Whitehall though. Wow, they must have been making a fortune. Right, keep our fingers crossed folks that, not that we're not going to have silence, but that it's a little less loud, should we say. Oh, actually wait, are the police confiscating open bottles? Wait a second, I'm very genuinely curious about this. Wait, let me ask. Officer, sorry, can I ask you guys a question? Confiscating open bottles, is that like a...
Yeah, so under the PSPO, obviously, open bottles is banned in this area.
Yeah.
And if we suspect that they're going to drink the close ones, then we can seize them as well.
Ah, no, just curious, so it's not something I've come across before.
Given the amount of people, we don't want to minimise any such behaviour.
No,
Obviously,
yeah.
there's a ban on alcohol, so it's like a no tolerance.
It's okay, I haven't got one I was about to open, I was just curious. Thanks a lot, guys, yeah? Sorry. Oh. Wow, you're going to have a good night back at the station tonight with all of this beer. They've got a lot of it. The officers, I've never seen that before. I didn't even know it was a thing. That's why I'm genuinely surprised. I know it's a big deal in the US, open container, very big deal. But I've never ever seen that in the UK because it's completely legal to drink in public. But as the officer mentioned, I'm not sure of the law, but he did refer to it. There is a special provision in place today. Oh, flag. Which states that people are not allowed to drink with open bottles or cans in public. Now, I wonder if that applies as well to people that have their own bottles, because I see a lot of people are drinking from paper cups. I don't know what they're drinking. It could be orange juice, but oh my, we're potentially going to get very, very, very stuck. I'll try to get to the back of this, which is roughly, give or take, where the video started. Look at all these people who travel from all over the UK today to, in many cases, simply be present and silently show their support. Got a lot of respect for that, especially people that have travelled for hours from early this morning to be here for this. Yeah, I've given up caring about the music because 100% it'll be problematic. So let's leave it as it is. The artist can justifiably share the music revenue from the video.
We don't do nothing.
Now, the most curious thing actually, thus far, is that I haven't seen any of the usual YouTubers. I don't mean horse guard YouTubers, I mean those that cover current affairs, political topics, politics, and marches, processions, and causes. Now, there are not an awful lot of spaces where it's possible to get a good shot over just how many people are looking at. Amazing, folks. Look at how many people there are. And this is just one group that have formed up here at the end point. This isn't even close to being any of the main groups. Which, to be honest, I'm actually happy about, because once everybody arrives, this area is going to be so absolutely jam-packed that I practically would not be able to get out. I'm going to try to go for a bit of a stroll, just because it's great to capture as many people as possible. And a lot of people like seeing themselves on videos on YouTube when they've been to a big event like today. Wow. It's pretty tightly packed actually in a lot of places. I'm going to have to be a bit careful with the kit. Yeah, I'm not gonna try and get any further down or closer to the stage. I mean, it's absolutely chocker. And if I do get in there, I'm not gonna be able to get out again. I don't think. Goodness me. Good to see so many proud Christians here today as well. Okay, I made it onto the grass. Gosh. Sorry, thank you. Trying to squeeze through. Easier said than done, guys, because the gaps that you see on the camera between people are actually a lot smaller when you're here on the ground. Like a lot smaller, to be honest. The Scottish girls we saw earlier have got themselves a prime position with the "We Will Not Submit" banner pretty much bang central to the stage. A lot of people interviewing other people for different channels or podcasts or perhaps even the radio. Hell of a lot of families, youngsters here as well, which is always a good thing on these days. Why? Because it shows that it's completely chill. Because at the end of the day, folks, none of us are going to bring our kids out to demonstrations or protests or marches if we think there might be anything other than a peaceful and merry time to be had by all. But it's... wow, it's proper packed. Look at this. St. George himself here with the cross. Some amazing glasses as well people have got and are wearing. Trying carefully to weave my way through. I seem to remember actually last time there was a big protest, there were an awful lot of people that were, and I don't think it's a problem, that were drinking beer and stuff in public. I mean, some guys are here, so I guess the smart ones got here really early, got into the thick of it, where they're basically no please before opening their cans. Very smart. Thing is, I'm kind of not really sure what's open and what's closed. In other words, where I can even exit. second. Oh my good lord! Wow. Oh, I think a lot of people would agree with the sentiment that these gents are articulating in with their banner. Wow.
We are here today to pray for our nation. God bless you. We are here to pray.
Hallelujah and God bless you. Love it. So it seems that everybody that got here super early, like super early, smartly enough, got themselves a decent-ish spot near the centre. Loving this. Look at this.
Thank you very much, yeah.
Absolutely fantastic. The gents outfit. Cigar, dogs, flag. Smashed it, 100%. Love it. I only decided to stop and film that because there were a lot of other people taking pictures of it, filming it and so on and so forth. Impossible not to admire what we see here, right? To be honest. Wow. I want to try and see if... Quick question, guys. Have you come from where it started, the Kingsway end?
I can't go that way. What do you
Still
mean?
a lot of people on the way, or?
Not that much now.
No?
No, it's dying off. They're all in there.
I was kind of...
drabs up there.
Yeah, I saw a kind of security call
Yeah.
to bring along some of the speakers. It's like, why is the helicopter still up?
Yeah, but they would helicopters over there, so yeah, it's down here from Trafalgar it's pretty empty, and up near the train station it's pretty empty.
Be
But
careful, I know some police are taking bottles
yeah,
of
I know.
from everyone.
They just took our empties.
Ah, did they?
Yeah. I'm waiting till I got in amongst all these lot.
Yeah, I mean, on the square everyone's at it, but they're trying to obviously take everything away before people get onto the square, which is a joke, to be honest. I
Well,
mean,
yeah, it's public street, isn't it?
you would expect that they would let people drink, because I'd never seen a lot of trouble when I was filming this last time.
Well, he turned around and said it's like Wembley. Yeah, but Wembley's a private ground. This ain't a private
Public
ground.
highway.
Public highway.
So they would have need to get either a magistrate or a judge to sign off specifically
Otherwise,
for
it's
this.
a closed event.
Yeah.
So it's closed to the public, or it's a ticketed event, which it ain't.
Typical soft control again,
Of
eh?
course it is, isn't it? Yeah, of course it is. Good luck,
Take it
mate.
easy, geezer, yeah?
I need a piss with toilets.
That way, boss. I'm not sure if you heard that, guys. It's coming. Guy behind me, I need a S. Where's the toilet? Oh, brilliant. Absolutely love it. So you can ask if you want.
No, I was looking at it, that was right, because it turns, doesn't it?
Yeah, it kind of just keeps it stable, because obviously in the crowd and stuff you're getting pushed and shoved a little bit. It kind of just keeps it still. How's it been so far? They're taking bottles and cans everywhere. You see it. Very cheeky. You got a bag load. Yeah, finish it all fast before they grab it. Good luck, yeah. Yeah, quite a lot of the guys have got a whole bags of carrying bags of beer and stuff, but they've clearly noticed the police are being very observant, so they're hiding the cans inside the jackets, or in his case, the whole bag, because unless it's probable cause, the police can't just say, hey, we think maybe you're concealing some beers and we want to search you. It doesn't work like that here, luckily. And we still have some rights to enjoy life's simple pleasures. And I say that as someone that isn't even a drinker. I mean, occasionally, yes, but very rarely beer. Oh, hold on a second. We've got His Majesty. Look. Charles. I'm sure his name is Charles. Nope. Okay, now I'm kind of fortunately out of that absolute central bit in a good way. I will continue kind of on the outer ring of Parliament Square. it's actually funny. I've noticed a lot of people do tend to look at the kit because, yeah, it is a bit different to how other people have their kit. Not only does it keep it stable and stuff, but I think the way that I've got it mounted makes people generally curious. It's kind of like, why have you got what looks like a weapon, but obviously isn't a weapon? Although that said, we've seen before, haven't we? The police in a few videos have asked what it is. Now, I can't quite see, but I'm pretty sure they've blocked entry into this central area from Victoria. In other words, the road coming from Victoria Station to Parliament Square is either partially or completely sealed.
God bless you, sir.
Oh, there's Kenny, folks.
No, good, that's good.
Haven't seen him for ages. Look, he's there. Out, about, healthy, and as youthful as ever. So Margaret Street, running with Westminster Abbey in the distance, and then every other access sealed. Yeah, no one's getting in or out of there. So they're kind of, I wouldn't say they've kettled everybody, but the cordon is a pretty rigid one. Actually. Yeah, they've effectively blocked off every single potential route that anybody could take to branch off from the designated route, which doesn't really surprise me because there were a few skirmishes, not in a really bad way, between different protest groups the last time after the main event. So I think this time they've decided to play it safe and just shut everything completely so that no one can try to get closer to the other group. Goodness me, the central part is now, it is absolutely solid chock-a block. Thank goodness I got through and out just in time. Even the police look quite chipper, I'm not going to lie, they seem to be in a good mood as well. Wow.
We were like,
everybody, so kind of on the outside area here, is trying to find a way, some are managing, look, to sort of squeeze through everywhere that we saw before sitting on the wall to try and either get a view or to get onto Parliament Square itself, because the speeches are just starting. I don't know who it is now, I can't even see the screen, but yeah, the speeches are starting.
Such a beautiful tribe of people. Brits, good pretender, that's what I say.
Evening, yeah.
It's really interesting to me to notice how many people are out and about filming, and we've seen dozens of small citizen journalists, I guess like myself in a way. But despite us seeing dozens, I don't recognise a single person. And that's probably the first time that's ever happened. Oh, look at this. Wait. Outfit of the day, without a doubt. This gent, look at this. Chainmail, knight's helmet, and the Union flag mounted on a pole. Top man, love it. Got the guys behind me on the bike's got the beep 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 noise. I think that is when the time runs out, so their bikes are stuck unless they top them up again. I mean, you can see people still arriving in the dozens in sporadic groups, because I think a lot of people went to Charing Cross, a lot were on Strand, a lot started at Kingsway and walked the whole route, and then obviously a lot were already here on Parliament Square. So the issue is all of the groups getting together at the same time. And to be quite direct, folks, I think I couldn't possibly have known this, it's that serendipity that often happens with these videos. We started at exactly the right moment to get a flavour of it before the build-up, then a bit of a flavour of the atmosphere and environment around Parliament Square, plus we squeezed in horse guards, and then we managed to get right through the crowd just before the first speaker came on stage, and everything went absolutely mental. We've got the East Anglian Patriots here. Unity and strength. So many banners, regional and otherwise, and causes, etc., that I haven't seen before, actually, and it's great to see local groups and organisations taking the time to come to London together to peacefully protest. But as you can see, folks, there are an awful lot of people still arriving on both sides. The queues for the Portaloos. Oh my God, I can't understand how people can manage it. The stench in the even there. Oh my God, I couldn't do it. But in all honesty, Parliament Square itself and the immediate area around it is probably not large enough to accommodate everyone. Say again?
It's the stench.
The Portaloos. Of course not, chap. Come on, no, seriously. Oh goodness me. That was interesting. He was not a happy chap. That gent. He was not a happy chap at all. Because I used the word stench. He thought I was talking about people that were here protesting. No. I was talking about the toilets, for goodness sake, which I shouldn't actually be filming. Oh goodness me. Okay, I'm not going to go any further because the secondary group are kind of forming up behind here, because that's where the second massive jumbotron screen is that we walked past earlier. Now, curiously enough, it's actually pretty quiet here now in terms of there not being a lot of loud music playing. So the video is going to get wrecked in the early parts. When you're watching this, people, there's a 50-50 chance about whether it'll be up on the day it was filmed. I think Saturday, what's the date today? 15th, 16th, I think, or 17th even. And tomorrow, obviously, which is Sunday. And that will be solely down to YouTube deciding whether or not they're going to put the video through. And if so, what needs to be muted, restricted, modified before they will allow it to be published. It's funny though, everybody, if I'm honest, I kind of thought to myself, I wonder if I'm still able to do this, to be in the crowds, to be around, to be kind of, meandering, narrating, trying not to fall over, controlling the kit. And I think I've still got it. Yeah, I was very mildly nervous actually, if I'm honest, this morning, simply because it had been so incredibly long. Plus I was double checking the kit yesterday, thinking I hope nothing misfunctions on the first resumption video. But luckily I think we seem to have smashed it. And I end up back, give or take a couple of footsteps, where I started, outside Westminster Tube Station. Damn, I mean that actually works out pretty much perfectly. I'm not sure if they've sealed the bridge. One thing I have noticed actually is that the police presence has been very, very softly. Yes, they've been confiscating open containers, but overall, pretty chill, I would say. Not a single issue, argument, other than the gent that thought I was mistakenly thought I was being disrespectful. I'm just going to get to the starting point of the bridge here. It's a funny thing. This area, Westminster, Whitehall, Horse Guards, Parliament Square, Westminster Bridge, the station, haven't even been in this area one time during the time I wasn't filming. In other words, like socially, in my personal private life. Crazy, you know? Almost feels, in some respects, having spent a fair bit of time abroad in the gap, that I'm in a different country. How odd does that sound? Even as I say it, it sounds odd, because everything here kind of feels new, or you know, yeah, it's a very, very strange thing to explain, because it's not new. I've walked these places many hundred, in fact even thousands of times, and luckily, folks, so luckily and appropriately for that matter, bridge is closed, so I can happily walk across. Luckily, we're going to finish up with the ideal shot. What's the ideal shot? Two gorgeous horses, greys, strutting their stuff happily across the bridge. How's about that, eh? Magnificent. I recognise the near side officer. We've seen her many times, and I'm sure a lot of you will be able to ID both the horses, or certainly the near side horse. Actually, I thought they were going to go along Embankment, but they're actually, where are they going to go? I'm wondering. Hold on, I'm curious now. I don't think they're going to go into Parliament Square, because there's nowhere for them to go. Perhaps they just kind of position or station themselves here for crowd control. But that, folks, oh my God, how the hell was that 1 hour? Feels like I got here 10 minutes ago. That is a wrap, people. And not a bad day back. Anyway, Horse Guards, ladies and gents, very soon. Out of here for now. Bye, guys.